Good morning, National Dayers! It's Mrs. Erickson. Today is Wednesday, February 21st. It is the 52nd day of the year. There are 314 days left. Happy National Sticky Buns Day. National Sticky Bun Day on February 21st recognizes a delicious pastry that comes rolled up and dripping with a sweet, sugary topping. They're perfect with a hot cup of coffee in the morning or as an after-dinner sweet. Known as Schnecken, meaning snail, the sticky bun is rolled into a sweet spiral resembling its German name. Still considered to be a Pennsylvania specialty, many believe the sticky bun's origin in the United States began in the 19th century. German settlers brought their baking traditions with them when they settled in and around Pennsylvania. Most often served for breakfast or as a dessert, sticky buns consist of rolled pieces of leavened dough. Most contain brown sugar and sometimes cinnamon. Before the dough is placed in the pan is lined with sticky sweet ingredients such as maple syrup, honey, nuts, sugar, and butter. When the buns are finished baking, the baker flips the pan upside down so the sticky bottom becomes the topping. If you are craving this delicious sticky delight, try making some of your own. You can also stop by your local bakery and pick up their freshly baked sticky buns. Serve them with tea, coffee, or hot cocoa, and always make sure you share. Today is also Card Reading Day, Language Movement Day, and National Grain-Free Day. All right, National Dayers, today we're going to make monkey bread, which is like a pull-apart, shareable sticky bun. Gather the following ingredients. You'll need 2 small cans of the biscuits, a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon, 6 tablespoons of melted butter, and 3/8 of a cup of brown sugar. Okay. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and whatever pan you're going to make this in, you're going to want to grease it or oil it so they don't stick inside. Now, carefully take the biscuits out of the package. I always have a hard time with this. I know they're not going to explode, but it freaks me out every time. And then you're going to cut each of those biscuits into 4 pieces and put those in a bowl. And then pour over the top the white sugar and the cinnamon, and then mix those up really well until all of the pieces are coated. And you may have to separate some, but just keep stirring until they're all mixed together. And then you're going to pour those into your pan. And I'm using a bundt pan because then all of the sauce and stuff drips down to the top and it makes it ooey gooey and delicious. But you can do this in a regular pan if you don't have a bundt pan. Now, in a small saucepan on your stove, you want to take the brown sugar and the butter, and you want to heat those together until they're boiling, and then mix it up really good so all the butter and brown sugar is combined, and then you're just going to pour that over the top of the biscuit pieces that are in the pan, and spread it around really good and make sure you coat everything. Pop that baby in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. You're going to want to keep an eye on it to make sure that they don't burn, but you also want to make sure that the biscuits in the middle are done. And then take the pan out of the oven and let it sit for about 5 minutes. And then put a plate on top of that pan and flip it over upside down, and you have ooey gooey monkey bread to eat and share. Oh my goodness, National Dayers. I love cinnamon rolls and danishes and sticky buns and monkey bread and all of this amazing stuff, sugar and cinnamon together. Oh, I'm so excited. Keep smiling. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Ooh, it's hot. It's time for super spectacular shout-outs. Our shout-outs today start us off with Ms. Meyer, Ms. Ramos, and Mr. Castillo, and all of the Cardinal partners in the county class, grades 9 through 12, at Orosi High School in Orosi, California. Next up is Ms. Villegas, Mrs. Alvarez, and Mr. Gayton, and everyone in the 7th and 8th grade cluster program at Gary Elementary School in Chicago, Illinois. Next up is Mrs. DeRochia and everyone in the CBI program at Mason High School in Mason, Michigan. And our fourth shout out today goes out to Mrs. K, Mrs. B, Mrs. H, Mr. Nelson, Mr. B, Mr. P, Mr. C, and Mr. Jim, and everyone in the Transition Academy at Newington Transition Academy in Newington, Connecticut. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Teachers, our shout-out form is currently closed due to popularity, which is amazing. Thank you for watching, and I will keep you posted when we're taking more shout-out requests. And here it is, your updated, super spectacular shout-out map.